All right, in this homework problem, we're going to have the last three problems are going to work on the same way, and we're given a report that 68.7% of students enrolled in college or trade school within 12 months. And in 2017, a random sample of 179 individuals who graduated from high school 12 months before was selected. For this sample, 107 students were found to be enrolled in college or trade school. So 107 out of the 79. So we're going to have to calculate our proportion for this. Let me make sure I wrote that right. 107 out of 179. So N is equal to 179. So our sample proportion is a long decimal. So we need to see what we're going to round our proportion to. So if you look in this example, our proportion is going to be rounded to 3 decimal places, just like it said in the instructions. So 0.598 is our proportion, and if we multiplied N times P here, it would be greater than or equal to 5, and also 1 minus P times N would be greater than or equal to 5. So we can use the normal distribution. The next thing that we need to do is calculate the standard error of the proportion. So you are gonna calculate this in these problems. So your 0.598 times 1 minus 0.598 divided by N, and N is 179. And we're going to round to, I believe, 4. If you click down here, yeah, so it says 4. So we want to round to 4. So on the last three problems, you're going to round to 4 decimal places. So let's do 0.598 times 1 minus 0.598. And we're going to divide that by 179, and we're going to take the square root of that. And so you're going to get 0.0366. Now, we have to figure out what our Z score is. So a 90%. Actually, I think we're going to use our table. So, we're going to use Excel on these. So we're going to do norm, let's see, I believe it's norm.dist. Nope, norm.s.dist. So we need it's the inverse, y'all. Okay. Because we're going to give the probability and get our z-score. So we do need to kind of draw this out. A 90% confidence interval would be like this. So 5 would be here and 5 would be here to make it 100. We need the z-score right here. So that would be 5 plus 9 would be 0.95. So that is the number we need. Okay. So let's see. I believe we're going to round to 2 for the Z. But if you want to double check, I really am not concerned about rounding. I know you want to get the homework problem right, but the main thing is understanding what you're doing. So yeah, it looks like they put 1.64. So we will do 1.64. We'll round to 2 decimal places, so your z value is 1.64. Okay, so remember, to do your confidence interval, you have to have 3 things. You have to have your z, you have to have your standard error, and then you have to have your, well, here it's a proportion, and then other times it was a sample mean, but this is a sample proportion. So looking at this, our upper is 0.598 plus and minus, and z is 1.64, and 1.64 times your times your standard error. So you will get 0.658, and then for the bottom, you're going to get 0.538. Okay, so those are your confidence interval, and that it does have an answer tolerance, so 5.538 is acceptable. It did ask what is the margin of error for this sample, and to get the margin of error, you take the standard error of the proportion and the z-score. So your margin of error, or another way to say it, is these two right here. So if you multiply 1.64 times 0.0366, you're going to get 0.060. Okay? Now, let's think about our confidence interval. Does 0.687, does that fall within this interval? No, 0.687, 68% of students enrolled, that's what they claimed, is above the confidence interval. So this sample provides evidence that the proportion has changed since 2015, because the confidence interval does not include the proportion from 2015, which was 0.687. Okay, so we have tested this claim and shown that this does not fall within the confidence interval. So you're going to work question 4 and question 5 the same way. So let me know if you have any questions about these. You're doing your calculations mainly by hand. You're using Excel to look up your z-score.